the kicker has the power. Wow. So your mission, should you choose to accept it, is don't focus on what you don't want. Focus on what you do want and see it as already done. Dr. Holmes said in Gateway to Life, he said the answer to every problem is in the problem itself. All problems are in our mind, and our mind must solve them by adding wisdom to knowledge. Now, it sounds a little vague. Okay? At first, it even sounds a little bit insulting. Is he telling me my problems are just in my mind? Yes. Yes, that's exactly what he's telling us. Now, that doesn't mean that my problems don't exist. That means that my problems started in my mind, and that's where they will end if I'm willing to change it. See? So our mission, should we choose to accept it, is to acknowledge that everything is made out of the same thing: mind. Mind. Our home, our car, our money, our relationships, our jobs, our health. They all look very, very different, and yet they're all made of the same stuff. Ricky Byers says it so beautifully. She says, in God all fades. It all fades into God. Isn't that beautiful? It's just one thing, and it's the mind of God that everything fades into, everything comes from, everything flows through, everything goes to, and everything returns to and comes again anew. It's one thing: mind. So your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to recognize that everything is made out of the same thing. And if all these things are creations of mind, and if we are creations of mind, then how could any of these things be separate from us? See, if we look at life like we look at the soccer game, we'll recognize that the only thing that stops us from doing the things that we desire is the belief that the goalie has the power. That the goalkeeper is what keeps us from having what we want. That the goalkeeper is what keeps us out of where we want to be. But what if the goalkeeper is really us? What if the goalkeeper is really our belief? Yeah. Now I'm going to take you into another area that's a little bit on the mystical side, but this is some good stuff. What if the answer to everything is not how the problem should be solved? What if the answer to every problem is yes? Yes, I believe it's possible to move into another area, rather than that emphatic no that keeps us stuck where we are. No, I don't believe I can move. What if the answer is not what's the answer to perfect health? What if the answer is not the perfect medication and the perfect surgery? What if the answer is yes? What if the answer to lack and limitation is not how much money can I accumulate and how do I bring it about? What if the answer to unlimited prosperity is yes? And what if, by speaking the yes, that this yes actually looses the how into being? You hear me? What if the only word the universe is looking for from us is yes? Yes, I accept that it's possible. I don't have to know how. I accept that it's possible. See, what if we just say yes to prosperity? Like Ernest Holmes said, say yes to life. Yes, I believe it's possible. Just say yes to health because we know perfect health is the truth of us. Yes, I believe it's possible. No matter what I'm going through right now, yes, I believe that there is good for me here. And I'm claiming it right now, even if I don't know how it's going to come about. So what if the answer really isn't how? What if the answer is yes? So your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to say yes to life. To any attribute of life that you might be moving through where you are troubled, any area where you don't seem to understand how to move from where you are to where you're ready to be. What if the answer is just yes and we say yes to it? See, when Ernest Holmes said that the answer to every problem is in the problem and all problems are in our mind and must be solved by adding wisdom to knowledge, maybe that was all he was saying. Maybe all he was saying is that the wisdom is in just saying yes. Sounds like one of those Zen koans. Where they give you this riddle or this paradox that you're supposed to solve, and it can't be solved rationally, and so you go and you contemplate it and you meditate on it, and when you come back with the answer is yes. Maybe that's the only answer that life is looking for from us. So what if our mission, should we choose to accept it, is to say yes and get our bloated nothingness out of the way of the divine circus and let it do what it knows how to do?